Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Ursula's Journey. I hope that you all are doing amazing. Oh yes, feeling great on this Thursday evening. It is about 6:35 a.m. Central Standard Time, my time, saying that rising with the leap of the spirit or rose with the leap of your spirit. You may have been up a long time or you're just getting up. But anyway, I am on my journey, my morning journey to go to work, you all. You all can see how beautiful it is outside. And let me tell you, on my dashboard, we know we all have these little clips and things we do to put our phones in. And I had mine sort of in the vent a certain way, and it worked sometimes, and then it would just fall. But then I put it way at the bottom and it clamped, and I'm like, maybe this is where it should have been the whole time, or where it's supposed to be. And so I think I've got it positioned correctly of where it should be to where it shouldn't fall, or where it should be to where it gets a better visual of me. Because some days I've had it where I was actually doing a live and my journey here and videoing and everything, and then all of a sudden the sun hits a certain way. So we're gonna see when I go on the freeway. But anyway, it's a beautiful day here. The weather has been amazing. On what day was this? I think, yes, Monday through the night. I'm sorry, Sunday up to through the morning of Monday, Memorial Day, we had a bad storm here. So we've had some, people destruction, and we did have a person and live in an apartment that the tree fell and killed. It's really not far community from where I am, maybe like 10 minutes away, maybe 10 to 12 minutes away. But anyway, the weather is beautiful, and for us here, you all, in Alabama and the South, the tornadoes and things are very heavy. So we're about to hit June, July, and that's a biggie for us. So we have it. Our tornado season is full all the way through. So we don't know what the weather. When they said bad weather, you don't know. Tornado's gonna spin up from that. But anyway, we thank God. We thank Him for it all. And I didn't get to do a post this morning on my Facebook page. I have been delaying my time of getting up. I used to get up at 4:45 when I was, school was in and all that. So now I get up at 5:30. Out of the house at 6:30 because I'm not doing a lot of makeup and doing all this extra stuff. So lunch is what I had yesterday. I didn't eat it. I ate watermelon. So I took about three small slices of rotisserie chicken, some sliced tomatoes, and some carrots. So that'll be for lunch today, and I have some watermelon as well. This morning I was able to boil my 2 eggs. I said, ooh, only 2 EB eggs. So I boiled those to eat for breakfast. And I see Mr. Sun is right here. But you know what? It's a beautiful thing. I love it. It feels good. It feels great. It feels great. But anyway, I wanted to come in this morning, you all, and just share a message from a devotional that I read probably one day this week, and been intending to get on here to share it with you all. So we'll see how Mr. Sun is going to do here with everything. We're going to see how he is going to do. Let's see if we do this. Yes, how he's going to do. What I wanted to share was, first, I haven't really told my story of who I am, what I am, or whatever, or what I do. Let's put it that way. I am an actual certified life coach, and I work with women in the areas of having many pain points. When we talk about pain points, we talk about things as it relates to those points that are keeping those women in a place, we may say, of feeling just complacent or whatever. But as a coach, I speak about comfort and courage. And many times we have those pain points in life that occur, and sometimes we bring on upon ourselves. They keep us stuck. Just going to put it out there. They keep us stuck. Well, I work with those women that feel that, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I want to do, and I don't know what I want to do in my life. And I'm not talking about 20, 25, 30-year-olds, 40, 50s, and 60-year-olds, okay? So I'm a little older, have said that. And I know one time I had called, trying to see where I had called. I had called some organization, because when I was getting things, really brought in for my LLC, I had called, and I can't remember who or what it was, which place I had called. I'm not sure if I was calling about my, I just can't remember. Was it the credit card I was getting from my company, or I can't remember what it was. But when I was calling and getting some things set up and what have you, the lady and I were talking, and I think it was actually my Yelp, something with my page as it relates to putting it out there in the Google search or whatever, something. I can't remember, you all. I apologize for that. But anyway, we spoke, and when she pulled my information up, she saw that my listing showed, a life coach. And honey, we got off of what I was calling about, and I respected that, because that goes to show what people are willing to share and what people may have within them and just don't know what to do or where to go. And she said, "Oh, you're a certified coach." And she said, I'm one of those people. I work, and I'm a mother and a wife, but I just don't know what I want to do with my life. And she went on and on and on, and I was not going to be on the phone handling business and going to mess her up, which, she knew she probably shouldn't have been saying these things. But, okay, sometimes you have small talk to get comfortable. And I just continued to listen to her, but I didn't offer to say, call me. I couldn't do that, but she had my information in a way of where she could have, she wanted to. But saying that of who I serve is that there are many individuals out there in this mindset. And when we get to that point, it takes us in a place of those pain points that, they're broad. There could be pain points of things we don't think about. It could be a pain point of, we all know, stress. Okay, yeah. Pain point of unforgiveness. Pain point of having anger within our bodies, in our mind, body, soul, and spirits. The pain point of feeling angry all the time. I'm talking about pain points now. I'm not talking about just the will of life, like financial, all that. That becomes a pain point too in a person's life. But those are some things that I work with the women on and what they encounter. It takes them to a place, you all, to where the focus is not there anymore of anything. The want, the actual feeling is not there of anything. So that takes them into a place, you all, to where their focus is off. Their focus is only on what they're going through. Their focus is only on the pain. The pain itself, and all those things bottled up inside. And if you have never thought about it, unforgiveness is something that can eat you alive to where you can't get anywhere in life, because you're so focusing on what someone has done, what this person did, how they did it, where they are at this moment, what they're doing at this moment, and you're still angry, and this person has moved on, honey. They have moved on, but it's a process. So all the pain points that I may have to work with a person on, as far as coaching, is something that takes them from their mindset of focusing on things that we may say things that they should be focused on. No, things that they probably should, yeah, in a way, but things that can help them get over this hump in life, whatever that hump is, whatever that actual boulder that's holding them back, whatever that trap is that's holding them back, whatever the valley is in that they may be sitting in at the time, and it allows them to see a breakthrough somewhere in their life. It doesn't matter, it could be this small, but it's a breakthrough. So saying that, it keeps them at a place where they're not focusing anymore. So let's go on over here to Ursula. I have always been a go-getter person that's always been eager to do other things, not always a person that focused on saying the job is it in life. I've always had the mindset of venturing and doing things. My mom even said it once. She said, "You always was writing, always was writing." I don't know what I was writing, but she said I was always doing that. So being this certified life coach, took me into a place to become an author. Took me into a place to do my advancing my speaking engagements where I'm an international speaker now, to do my advancement as it relates to now have my own radio show, international radio show with this amazing major network. It took me so many places, but I was sitting in comfort. Why? Because that's what we're taught in life, to do this, do that, bam. Which means that you go to school, finish school, go to college, finish college, get a job. It stops right there. No gifts, no talents, no aspirations, nothing within you can go far beyond that. That's how we were programmed. I'm just gonna say it. Purpose wasn't talked about. None of that was discussed because that's what was told to us, what we had to do. Well, as time went on, I realized, wow, I can do this, and just jumped. I leaped and did it. So when it comes to that, many times as individuals, we're focusing on just where we are in life. We're focusing on what we're not doing, what we can't do. Focusing on the pain that we're going through. Focusing on the finances. Focusing on the husband. Focusing on the children acting silly. Focusing on the job that's getting on your nerves. Focusing on all these things. Just focusing on that stuff. Well, my devotional I read the other day, and I wish I had it here, because I really would love to give you all the actual title of it. But it talked about focus, and that's a biggie that it talked about. Yeah, it talked about the focus aspects of things. And many times we don't know, and it talks about, really, I'm gonna give you all the title, I'm gonna probably put it down there, but anyway, it talks about where are we actually focusing, what is our focus in life. And it really gave an insight of things that we are familiar with, things that we know, and it took me back to talking and thinking about what I just shared with you all, opening up. We get so caught up and focused on stuff and things in life that are not going to do us any good, or we get so focused on things that are not serving a purpose, or we get so focused on things that are just not helping us, and most importantly, we get so focused on things that are not pleasing God. Did you hear that? Here's Mr. Sun. We're so focused on those things, and what it does, it takes us away from keeping our minds and focusing on Him, which is where it should be. We're not aware of it. It's not, we don't need to beat up on ourselves because that's what we're doing. We don't need to feel bad or put ourselves down and say, oh, Ursula, you hit a nail there. That's good, because that's where you're understanding now. You can say, wow, we all had to hit that nail. And we have to get there. And doing all of those things I just mentioned, I was heavy in doing it, for some years. And I realized maybe over a year ago, maybe going on 2, that I had to step back, not reevaluate, because I do that in my life a lot. I reevaluate things to see, okay, who, what, when, where, why, whatever it is I need to push away. But it helped me to step back and think about, oh, I need to exhale here. I'm doing, I'm caring, I'm giving, I'm doing all of this, and it's really beginning to be too much. Do you hear me? It gets to be too much. It was too much for me, I didn't know it. But it was just like I woke up one day and said, I must exhale. And I started sharing out there in my social media world and talking about exhaling. And for some reason on my Facebook, it's not even letting me do my lives in the community anymore. So I got to see what's going on with that. But I start talking about inhaling and exhaling. And on my radio show, that's some questions for people who prefer questions. I like to flow. Let's talk about exhaling a little bit, and we share that. But I want you all to understand that no matter what we go through in life, I don't want you to feel that you have to accept what is. We don't have to do that. Have a little orange juice, half and half of water, which I normally don't have as much orange juice in there. Orange juice don't do the tummy good. So I put a little bit more in there than I should have. But we must understand that our focus has to be readjusted. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm around people. I talk to people just in general conversations. I observe. I'm a big observer. I can be somewhere far and see you, whatever, and I'm still in observant mode. And my Lord, this truck about to pull over on the person, but the person is all over the place. That's why you have to be prayerful and be careful up here on this road. This freeway, rather. But we have to just take a moment. Just take a moment and reevaluate you as that person. And say, okay, let me see here. Let me think about what I need to be doing here. Let me think about where my mind needs to be, what I need to be focusing on. And first of all, if you're not giving it to our Father and saying, Lord, show me, you're going to be all over the place. You're never going to find it. I see so much potential in people. I see so much in people, regardless of what I may have encountered with that person. But when I coach a person, or when I have a small consultation with a person, I can speak with them honestly for 10 minutes. And I can probably just lay out all the things that they could be doing in many aspects of life. Most of them are coming to me wanting to, let's just say, do more in life. Just be more purposeful in life. Just not sure what to do with their life, what they want to do. I see so much. I'm actually about to work with a minister that was referred to me by my friend, a good friend of mine. And we spoke and we talked. And it's so funny because, you know, I'm not on the phones long with the person, but I'm talking with them, consulting them, you know, because it's a consultation, number one. And I don't charge for every dot of a word I say. I don't do that. That's not me. Because this is my purpose in life, to serve. Let's just put it that way. But it's my business as well. So the things that he is doing and his wife is broad. But he has something he wants to do specific, but still, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just trying to make sure this is not all over the place with it. It's broad. And when he spoke with me, I could see another end of it, like, ooh, I think I've got something here. She knows this because I shared what I did, and I talked about because he asked, and we share because that's our way of letting each person know who we are, what we do, and our ministries. And what I do is a ministry. Anything I do is a ministry because I'm serving God's people. And that's what he wants me to do. And the funny part is that when we meet, you know, he was calling and just, oh my gosh, 8:30 Saturday mornings and things like that. So I'm like, first of all, you know, I worked all week, and and Saturday morning 8:30, yeah, I'm up, but not to work, you know, unless I have appointments or I'm gonna record for my show or something. I've got something special that way. But you know, got my schedule, told them about my schedule, about everything, know about my work life and how my summer is and all that. So I said, well, he's hungry for this, let me get it going. So I had to specifically let him know are you interested in working with me as your as being your coach? Because I let people know you have the tools there. That's why it's called a coach. You know what you want to do. You have the tools there. Some people I have to do extra for, because they're just not sure. But it's funny because he's ready to get focused here. And I'm looking forward to working with him, and probably will have him to come in and maybe do some actual live with me on here on down the line of a person, to share. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. But it goes back to the focus of where you want to be and not giving the glory and the focus. And I say glory because sometimes we can glorify things in our lives, don't even know we're glorifying it. We can glorify the financial problems. We can glorify the marriage that's going down. We can glorify the kids that are acting up. We can glorify the job we said that you may hate. You can glorify people that you don't want in your life. You can glorify it because you give it all your time. You just give it all of your precious time. And that's what you're doing. You're glorifying it. But that devotional was powerful because it took, and I wanted to share with you all things that I do and pull something into that to help you understand more, is that let's think about where we're putting our focus. Let's think about where we're going in life. Let's think about where we're giving all of our energy to. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's think about that. Is it worth it? I stopped for a minute with what I was doing because I had to get Ursula straight. Work on Ursula. I felt the drainage of it. It took everything out of me for a minute because I had other things going on. So you have to reeval and look at that. But let's just remember that, move this out the way, you all. I think I'm okay with the sun now. That our focus in life, first of all, let's think about where our focus should be. And for me, my first focus is to make sure that I am serving my Father, my Lord and Savior. And also, I tell people when I'm doing something, it must be purposeful. I'm just not going to do things just to be doing it. I'm just not. And when I coach, we talk about that. It's going to be, not saying worthwhile, important, none of that is purposeful. Okay? There's a purpose for it. What I'm doing is something that's a need. What I'm doing is something that is going to help someone. It's a need for it. It's a need for it. So being that coach goes back to when I look at people, or when I hear people talk, or when I conversate people, I pull out so much in my mind of like, man, do they not know what they can do with all that content they just gave me out their mouth? Do they know what they can do with all that content that they're sharing here, there, and everywhere? Do they not know what they can do with that? Someone needs that. I see it all the time, and I'm like, oh, God, if they only knew. Someone needs this. Someone needs this. And it could turn to so many different things as it relates to a business, a ministry, a book, or a conference, all of these things. So today, you all, I didn't mean to go this long. I'm 24 minutes. I'm going to get on off here. You see, I'm still driving. This is my journey every morning and evenings as well. And I'm grateful for that. But let's just remember and ask ourselves this question. What are we focusing on? Where is our focus? Is it worth giving all of that energy to? Is it worth just focusing real hard on? Is it worth what I'm doing? Is it worth it? If it's not, you may have to exhale, because you've inhaled and just kept it there for so long. But you now need to exhale and let that go and move on, because God has something that he wants you to do. Yeah, it's something he wants you to do. You're still on this message right now for a reason. For a reason. I'm here to tell you, you're here on this message right now for a reason. This message is to inspire someone, to let someone know that it's time to rearrange, refurbish, redirect your focus. Sometimes you're focused on some things that are keeping you at a standstill. Sometimes you're focusing on things that's keeping you stuck. Sometimes you're focusing on things that's keeping you in comfort. And not saying that comfort is a bad thing. It's not. You want to be comfortable in life. I'm to that point to where I tell my husband about to move away from retire in this setting. Of course, I'll still do business and do things, but I want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable in life to where I don't want to worry about things, be all anxiety about things, but I don't want you to be in a place of the comfort I'm talking about to where you accept what is. You are not sitting in the abundance of what God has for you. That's what I'm talking about when I say comfort. He is an amazing God that has all the blessings just flowing in. So why are you in a place of comfort to where you feel this is it? This is how I'm supposed to live. This is it. No, that's not the comfort that he has laid out for you. So once again, where are you? Where are you? What are you choosing? How are you choosing your life? What is your view of your life? What is your dream of your life? What is your thoughts of your life? Think about that. Think about that. Let's be aware of what we're choosing in life. So, thank you for riding this, almost 30 minutes. I'm about to turn to a vlog here. I'm going to get off of here. But I pray that this is something that helps you understand that we can make those choices. We can choose it, baby, and we can choose it to where it's going to be purposeful. It's going to be rewarding. It's going to be something that we can feel and say, oh man, I finally got it. I finally found it. Don't feel that you may be 50, 60, 70 and just now realizing that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The things that we go through in life allows us to find our purpose. Our pain becomes our purpose. And it allows us to see that, and allows us to choose the right direction, the right walk, the way that we should be walking. So if this is your first time coming in, thank you so much. Please subscribe. I would love to be a part of my amazing community. Click like and share. Also, if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much as well. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you will know when I'm coming in. Today, I just had that word of inspiration for you and just wanted to share that with you all. So you all just have an amazing Thursday. We can call this Thankful Thursday, Thoughtful Thursday. Yes, so much, so much, so much. We're grateful. We thank God for it all. We thank Him for it all. Without Him, guess what? Can't even have, can't do, can't think, can't nothing. So you all just go out there and have an amazing day. Why? Because you are amazing. Peace and blessings to you all. And just remember that I love you. Bye-bye.